Consider this, folks. The blue-collar boom we talked about a few moments ago on the show is reshaping the Republican Party. In the last decade, according to an NBC News poll, the percentage of blue-collar workers, blue-collar voters who call themselves Republicans has grown by 12 points. That spreads into Hispanic, black, and white-collar workers, all areas where the GOP has seen big economic growth and has paid a lot of attention to it. Joining us now, the best of the best, folks. This is the best of the best. This is blue chip. This is Class A plus stuff. Sarah Sanders, my pal, I say it openly, former White House press secretary for President Trump, and now candidate for governor of Arkansas. Sarah, love, we're going to get to the blue collars in a minute, but we had our friend French Hill, House member from Arkansas, on just a few moments ago, and here's what he said about your race. Sarah Sanders coming on later in the show. She's a great pal of yours. She's a great friend of mine. French, can she be governor of Arkansas?
Sarah Sanders will be the next governor of Arkansas.
Right on the money. It doesn't get any better than that. And you're scheduled to speak at CPAC. So is President Trump. So is Kudlow. So, Sarah, just let's do the race. How's the race looking for you?
It's looking great, and frankly, Larry, I think I should quit the interview right now because there's no better intro I can have than what you just gave me. And so I want to start and end strong, but it's an honor to be with you. Congratulations on your show. Nobody more deserving, nobody better suited to speak about the economy every single day than you. One of the smartest economist I know, but also one of the best communicators I've ever seen. And I've worked with a lot of them. So I'm really excited for you and your show, and I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, Sarah. So basically, the race looks good. We'll do national stuff in a second, but what are the hot issues that you're looking at in this race? I take it practically everybody else dropped out as soon as you declared. And I don't even know if the Democrats are going to run anybody. It won't matter anyhow. But is there a key issue you want to emphasize?
I think the big areas that Arkansas has to focus on, and frankly, I think it matters for the country, but are education, workforce development, economic development. There is nothing more important to create opportunity and freedom and a pathway to prosperity than education. That's something we need to do a lot better job on here in our state, and I think it is what will allow us to be competitive with the states around us and, frankly, compete in the global economy. We have to do a better job on education, and that'll be a top priority for me during the campaign, as well as hopefully when I become governor here in a couple of years.
So good stuff. Now, this NBC poll is interesting, how the Republican base is really becoming a blue-collar base. And, you know, we talked about this a lot. We called it the blue-collar boom. The president adopted that also. It's actually two blue-collar booms because another one's developing here at the end of the pandemic. But how does this shape the Republican Party nationwide, Sarah?
Well, I think you know better than anybody because you helped the president create this strong economy and the blue-collar boom because the Republican Party became the party of opportunity, focusing on better education, better jobs, higher wages, lower taxes, smaller government. Those are the principles of the party, and certainly pushing for opportunity at every turn has been a key point for the Republican Party, and we finally started talking about it and, more importantly, delivering on it. There is no greater contrast of the Republican Party's vision of opportunity and helping the blue-collar worker versus the radical left and the Keystone Pipeline. The radical left is eliminating jobs in this country. Never in my lifetime did I think we would have an American president in his first week, particularly during a pandemic and in the need of economic recovery, come in and actually take steps, active steps, to eliminate American jobs. The Republican Party is fighting for those workers, and we have to continue doing that, continue creating opportunity, and that is a big contrast from our counterparts on the other side and the radical left.
Just said, I only got 20 seconds left. I need an hour. Maybe we'll get an hour at some point. President Trump is going to speak at CPAC. You are, I am. What do you want him to say, real quick?
Look, the president is still the most influential voice in American politics, certainly in the Republican Party. And I think we're going to hear him talk about some of that opportunity, some of that freedom, and some of the great success that he created and fought for over the course of those 4 years. And that needs to be the Republican Party's focus moving forward.
He should talk about his great achievements. That's, Sarah, you're spot on, as you always are, by the way. Thank you, Sarah Sanders, by the way, next governor of Arkansas.